One of the burning questions of every business owner today is, what are we going to do when we start going back to work completely after COVID-19, after the lockdown? What's going to be the new normal? And how are you going to operate in that? Just so many questions with no answers. But there are some things that you can prepare for now as you start opening up your business. And one of them has to do with dealing with your team. Hi, welcome to From Porch Lawyer, where we explore the humanity of lawyering. I'm Francine, your host. I wanted to start with this issue regarding your team because it's something you can actually address now, and I think it's the most important aspect of going back to work. And it's because no matter how great of a business plan you put together, if you don't have a team ready on board, who's going to implement your plans? Nobody. So let's get started today, and I have 4 tips for you today on how to make returning back to work more successful as it deals with interpersonal relationships and your team. Number 1, this one's for you, the leader of the group. Recognize and manage your emotions. This applies to really everybody, but I'm really speaking to the business owner. If you're the lead person, the CEO, the senior partner in your company, the boss, you're going to have to manage your emotions like everybody else. And often as the lead person, we have a tendency to think that maybe things don't apply to us the way it applied to everybody else. But when it comes to your emotions and how you're going to respond coming back from COVID-19, treat yourself like everybody else. In other words, be aware of your emotional state and ask for help when you need it. Don't pretend that everything is fine when it isn't. Your team is there to help you. So when you have difficulty dealing with your emotions or being uncertain, share it with your team. It's okay to show some vulnerability. In fact, it's going to make you seem more approachable, more real, and more empathetic, because the fact is your team knows that you have emotions just like they do. And the more readily you can admit to it, the more readily your team knows you're like them and you're in it with them and you can understand them as well. Number 2, be mentally flexible. This is going to become really important, particularly because there are many questions that you don't have answers to. But being mentally flexible means that you will be open to the different perspectives that your team members will bring, and they're going to appreciate that. Don't make assumptions. As your team comes back to work, don't assume everything is fine. Don't assume they know how to handle everything. Don't assume that they're feeling the same thing you are. Ask questions. One great place to start is look at your business core values. And if you don't have core values, now would be a good time to start coming up with some. The core values for your business answers the question, why do you even exist as a business? And when you have your core values, they're going to help you frame what you're going to do in the future. They will help lead conversations with your team. And as you approach difficult situations, they will help guide you. And part of being flexible is to be able to go back to those core values on a regular basis. Stay open-minded and not rush to judgment or rush to making major decisions. Be optimistic and stay calm. And one of the biggest things that you can do to remain flexible is to learn to listen even better than you did before. Really hone those listening skills so that you hear what your team members are actually saying, what they mean, instead of just the words that they're speaking. Number 3, manage your boundaries. There's going to be lots of opportunities where your team members are going to want to tell you things that's going to pull at your heartstrings, and there's nothing wrong with that. They need to tell you, and you're going to need to listen sometimes. But while you're listening to those stories that are heart-tugging stories, that's not the time to be making decisions. So be empathetic, be generous with your time to listen, but don't get caught in generosity burnout by feeling you have to make decisions during a time when you're emotionally charged up. So listen, take some time, and defer the decision making to a later time. Number 4, include your team in discussions about the future and opportunities. This is a great time for you and your team individually and as a group to do a SWOT analysis. SWOT stands for S for strength, W for weakness, O for opportunities, and T for threats. And I'm going to help you out here on doing a SWOT analysis, because there's a link below in this video for you to obtain a copy of my personal SWOT workbook. Now, this work was designed off of a business SWOT analysis, but it was created for people to do their individual SWOTs. You can do this for your individual SWOT analysis and then turn right around and use the same workbook for a business SWOT analysis. The benefits that you're going to get from this is every team member can do a SWOT analysis to learn their individual strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And this will give you an idea of where everybody stands. And then to use this process now to do a business SWOT analysis so you can see where your business stands. In the end, you'll have a plan, a business plan as a result of this, and revisit the SWOT analysis from time to time. As you move forward from the COVID lockdown into opening your business, having the SWOT analysis is going to give you a plan and a method, a process to use to revisit regularly as things shift and change, which they're going to probably quite a bit. So use this SWOT analysis to get moving on your business plan. So go do that now, and I'll catch you next time. I wanted to give you an update on the Front Porch Lawyer YouTube channel. Every week there will be at least 3 new videos, more if I get my legal work done. These videos are designed to have you look at life and business just a little differently so you can master life integration. Be sure to subscribe by hitting the button right below me, and I'll see you back here on YouTube.